We finally got it. The 2024 NASCAR Cup Series schedule has been released. Do we want to talk about it?
Sure, yeah. Let's dive into it.
Let's pull it up and talk about it. All right. So, NASCAR.
Looking at it. I mean, it's we got some moves obviously, but we have some things that are staying on board. So, obviously, we're starting out with the Clash on February 4th, the duels at Daytona, followed by the Daytona 500. Nothing too crazy going on at the beginning of the season, but a couple things, looking forward that we need to mention. Iowa Speedway is going to be on June 16th. So they're going to be in Iowa, them going from Sonoma to Iowa. We have Nashville moving from the late June to the end of June, followed by the Chicago Street Course coming back on again. And then on July 21st, you have the Brickyard coming back. Thank goodness. Good job, NASCAR. They made the right move there.
I'm thinking I'm going to try and do a 4 straight right there. So I'm going to try my best to go back home to Nashville to watch that race.
Holy
Stay
crap.
with what?
Going like to all 4 races between Nashville and Indy?
Cuz I'm going to go back home. I'm going to try. I don't know. As of right now I'm a broke college student, so I don't know, but Ally 400, that could be interesting, and then stay with my cousins in Chicago for the Chicago Street Race.
Nice.
Then go to then stay with my other cousins in Pennsylvania for Pocono.
There you go.
And then it's only like a 3-hour, 3.5-hour drive from where I'm at to the Brickyard. So
Yeah.
I don't know. Pinocchio, but Pocono. There we go. Look, it's a tongue twister.
No, it's not. It's 3
Pocono.
syllables. Pocono. It's not a tongue twister.
For me, it is.
Pinocchio.
I don't know why I said Pinocchio, but
man.
Pocono might be a bit of a stretch. That's on the other side of Pennsylvania for me. Michigan maybe, but yeah, I'm gonna kind of go from the top here. We got kind of going back to what we're used to seeing. 2 super speedways, if you will, starting off the season at Daytona and Atlanta. So that's kind of interesting. Then we head to a smaller version of the West Coast Swing. We got Las Vegas and Phoenix. So very interesting to see that. Going to be looking that for further down the road. Go to Bristol for just a regular Bristol race for the Food City 500.
Yep.
No dirt.
Yep. I'm kind of happy. But the thing is, it's going to be really hot. It's going to be really hot. Or no, my bad. It's going to be really cold. It's going to be really cold.
Oh, yeah, it is. Yeah, it's still kind of that weather there. Then we go to the Echo Park Automotive Grand Prix at COTA. Richmond Raceway for the Toyota Owners 400. Then we head to Martinsville. Texas got moved to earlier in the schedule. So which means that tells me this. We're getting closer to getting it knocked off the schedule.
Pretty much.
Yeah. So I think they're just trying to get that out of the way early. And, obviously a lot of dates got moved around. Then we head to Talladega, then to Dover, Delaware, Kansas, Darlington. Then we have the All-Star Open at North Wilkesboro, the All-Star Race at North Wilkesboro as well. And then we have on the biggest day in racing this year will be on May 26th. So wake up early, catch the Monaco Grand Prix, chill out in the afternoon, watch the Indy 500, and then go to bed watching the Coke 600.
Yep, and
Tell
Kyle Larson's pulling what they call the Hendrick 1100 now.
Really? That's what they're calling it? The Hendrick 1100?
Yep.
That would be cool if he won both. Do you think?
I'm thinking now, maybe.
It's Kyle Larson. I mean, he's proven that he can get into anything and wheel it.
But 500 laps at Indy, and then 600 miles, not 500 laps, 200 laps at Indy, and then 400 laps at Charlotte. That's a lot, man. That's a lot.
So I don't know which one I will be at, but I know I will be at either the Coke 600 or the Indianapolis 500.
Really?
I know I'm going to be at one of the two. I've got some buddies who live right next door. A few of them are actually from North Carolina. One of them's from Hickory, North Carolina, an hour outside of Charlotte.
Yeah.
And we were talking a few months back about possibly going down. 100%. And but I'm also talking with my cousins to possibly having another trip out to Indianapolis for the 500 again this year.
Absolutely.
So yeah. But then we head to Worldwide Technology Raceway in Madison, Illinois, right outside of St. Louis. Sonoma Raceway in June.
It's going to be hot.
It is going to be hot, but why can we not have a spring date at Sonoma?
I don't know.
It is beautiful out there in the spring. It would be just, I don't know. That's what I would want.
Yep.
Then we go to Iowa. No name sponsor for that yet. Neither is there one for New Hampshire. Then we have the Ally 400 at Nashville, Chicago Street Race, Pocono Raceway. Then we go to Indianapolis. I'm definitely going to try and be at that one. Back to Richmond, then Michigan, Daytona, and then Daytona International. And then for the regular season finale, we're going to Darlington.
That's good. I
like that. I like that.
Move. Because you're going to have people full sending that thing. I mean, you're going to have people upset. And that's going to start, on September 8th, moving into the playoffs.
Moving into the playoffs. Round 16, and boy, do we've got an interesting round 16.
Literally, I mean, all the three major track types in NASCAR.
We start off at Atlanta, a super speedway mile-and-a-half track. Then, usually, in past years, I would have said this earlier, but we're saying it now in the round of 16. Watkins Glen.
A good move. I like the move.
It could be interesting. Watkins Glen. Then we go to Bristol, a short track. So
love it.
Super excited for the round of 16. Round of 12 kind of stays the same.
Yeah.
Kind of. We have a mixed.
Remove the short track.
Remove the short track, replaces it with an intermediate. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we got an intermediate starting us off at Kansas. In my personal opinion, the second or the best intermediate track. Michigan and theirs switch year to year.
Agree.
Then we go to Dega. Then we head over to Charlotte for the road course, which is interesting. That was kind of been rumored if it was or wasn't going to be. So maybe to see in the coming years what might happen with that. Then we head over to Las Vegas Motor Speedway, Homestead, and then we actually have two races this year in November. Martinsville to end out the round of 8, and then, once again, in Phoenix, the championship race. Now, I still think that the championship race should be rotated every year, should be at a different track every year. I don't think it would ever go to somewhere like a Talladega or a Daytona.
Just imagine. Oh my gosh.
But you can't tell me a championship race at Martinsville wouldn't be cool.
Or Bristol.
Or Darlington. All right? But then again, with me being involved in racing, it's weird with different